I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is March 12th, Wednesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So, still sick. Rough night for me yesterday. But coughing all night. Wife had to move into another bedroom. Anyways, I talked about moving up here as one of the options. Moving up here, getting into that breakout level. You have the daily imbalance I highlighted here. And then that candle has no wick on there. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I was pointing right at it. So it's kind of eyesore. And then I wanted us come down. So keep in mind, I have to say this for right now. When I give an option, you understand that the option has options, right? So this option itself, if it doesn't come down, then it's possible that it buys from here, right? Like so far we've accomplished up here, coming down, and then bought again. Now we're stuck up here live right now. A little bit lower, obviously. But so that being the case, you have to understand that. So that's why in the community tab, I made it very clear when I got out of this trade here from the sell, I got out here because I could be a higher low. Now we came for another drive and we pushed all the way up, squeezed. Look at that. So if I'm trying to hold down here for that option, dude, I'll be assed out. But as day trading, obviously, I don't have to worry about that stuff. So I'm all saying all that to say this, so you understand. So we had the speaker here. I already projected this from yesterday. Sorry, yesterday's video was 43 minutes. I don't want to make them long, but I try to make them short now, and I'm gonna see if I can run through it. But there's just so much to talk about, and anyway, we could talk about it for hours if you want to be honest with you. But let me see if I can make it short. But I'm running out of breath and I'm still sick, so I almost didn't make it today. By the way, almost literally didn't make it to the chart today. So just to give you an idea, but I did. So skipped all of 8:30. But as you see, the projection here, that 2 to 2.5. Watch yesterday's video, so it makes sense if you didn't. And we came right to that 2. And then we retraced back into the mean reversion, right? Squeeze it out. And guess what? If that's 50%, we're going to push up for another high. That was a buy, and I understood that. Look what they did in Asia. They pushed up. Come back right back to the opening gap, that same support area here, 50%. Obviously, it's a little below it, but boom. And then we started shooting up. Look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour framed my day as well, and that's how I got out of this trade. So for our 4 hour, we had an imbalance here at the time, and we pushed all the way up. So now let me come back into present time. We pushed up, and then 8:30 gunned for it. Now, as you can see, look at that. It has no wick on that. Look at that. Look at that right there. It's the same level. Misses it by like a hair, right? So we push up here 8:30, right? I'm not even involved, not even looking at the chart. Actually, I barely made it. But when I'm ready, I actually ended up being ready like at 9. So take a look. We push up, we clear that. We're in the 2 to 2.5. Keep in mind, we're still in that 2 to 2.5, right? Beautifully. And then we took out that breakout level. Look at the previous Friday. I was mentioning this Friday's low, this last week's low. Look how we blew through it. Look to the right. You see how we came right to that? Beautiful. I mean, that's fucking beautiful as far as I'm concerned. And keep in mind, I mentioned this yesterday. Before Asia, before London, I mentioned all this shit yesterday. And there wasn't no price action. So I don't care what guru says what on the internet. All right. If you can call a live price, or you could call a live price. How about can you call a price the day before? All right. I'm not trying to toot my horn, but like for the jerk that unfollowed me yesterday, that's why I'm kind of saying this. But anyways, push up 9:30 hard. We come back into, it's a bull flag, fake one, right? We come back to the 50% area, and then we push up. Now this little, you see, obviously the only level here is the daily imbalance right there. But the wick, see this wick here? I graded it here, quad. And over here, I'm using that to catch this sell. Now, I did push sell at 908. because I was at 50%. We've done already the work here. We're sitting at 50% and I wanted to come below. I had two levels of interest. Number one is the CPI low. Obviously, it's the data low. And then the liquidity with it. Number two is that 4-hour imbalance, which is, you can see that, right? Let me zoom in. You see that? See that 4-hour imbalance? I wanted to come back in. If we were bullish or bearish, I don't give a shit. I was trying to come back in there. Plus what? Let me do this too. Keep it. Just hold on a second. Right here. If you take this here to here, you'll see where it's 50%. So this range from here to here, because I understand it could be a higher low to a higher high, back to a higher low. Okay, let me delete that, because that's not really what was key here. What was key here was, why am I highlighting this 4-hour imbalance? Because look at the level of breakout levels. I made it very clear yesterday. See this candle right here? This 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. See how we push right through that high? See that high? See how we pushed right through it? And then we make this, see this is how the 4-hour imbalance gets created. But see how we're just bouncing right there? It's imaginary. This wasn't even there yet because the 4-hour didn't exist. The imbalance didn't exist yet. The point, what I'm saying is that when we break above this high, we push right through. We're literally sitting on it and we're not taking that low out. So that right there for me is like a sell model. It's where you have a consolidation, you push up and we come below it. But in general speaking, I'm just catching the breakout level. I'm just trying to sell it to the breakout level as a minimum. So let me go to the chart, or let me go to the trade. I put this in the community tab. I did this on purpose just so you know I got the fuck out, which is pretty sad that I have to do that. And I make decisions based off of the viewers. And that's pretty sad because there's only 10 of you. And it's like, it's so silly. But anyways, very clear. I got it highlighted and I got the question mark there because I wasn't sure if I should hold for it. Now, but I also understood, as you can see on my projection right here. You see this here? I got the 1 to 1.5 right here. But I was like, I was starting to get in my mind that we were at the bottom of a range and it could just float it back up, right? Because we're due for that. We don't know when exactly, but we're due for it, all right? So I'm playing defense. But guess what? I circle this area. Obviously, because of the 830 low plus 50% of the opening range gap. And just a side note, they're talking about, as you know, you had to fix your charts because of electronic trading. I had to put it on 0 so you wouldn't see it, the gradient level, the intensity level. And that's gonna really suck, man. When we go electronic trading and it's just like 24-hour situation. I mean, we're not going to have the daily open gap. We're not going to have the opening range. If I didn't have all that, and I'm just speaking in forward, I didn't do the research too much. If you know more, please leave a comment. I don't know too much about it, but at the same speaking, if we didn't have it and we didn't have these levels, you know, the kind of the structure and the liquidity and the breakout levels and the imbalances is all the same, right? So if I just deleted everything on the chart, coming up here, we understood that was a breakout level right there. With an imbalance, that's number one. Coming back down to take out the buyers here, like a dump and a pump, is still gonna go on, right? So fuck, doesn't matter. That flow will still be there. Let me not sidetrack and let me just keep going here. But so the logic is a dump and a pump. The first move is obviously fake, but I tried to catch you here, sell, lost. No big deal. Already took care of the stop loss. Then we push up here. Now you can see him grading this wick here. All right, and then we tag the 50. We tag the 50 right there. See this right here? We tag that 50. Now, generally speaking, this will hold, but sometimes you'll get an extra rate. I take this sell as well, right? This is me being antsy, but I know what we're doing. I know where we are, but I mean, I just still get stopped out. Price comes down. We don't have the first imbalance yet, but then we push up for one little motherfucking raid more. So I was like, okay, you assholes. All right, so it's kind of like 3 drives in a way, but not really, 2 drives. And then here, because I know I'm on an overbought here, and then we got the divergence right there. So I was just being impatient with this, but I know where I am in. If it kept going, that would be a completely different conversation. We're bullish. Like we'll probably keep going. They did not. It's a failed high. So anyways, I ended up getting filled where I got filled here with this candle that pushed down. Then we popped up. I have my stop loss literally right here above. And then we're pretty much dangling on that 50%. Anyways, I'm doing overkill here. So then what do? We push down. We retrace back up. These last 2 up candles, I have it projected also. And then it's using it as resistance. We push down again. Another drive. We push back up. It's dirty. Right back into the first imbalance here, using the gap in between as well. Look how it tags where it is. But it's still knocking on this blue line. Pushes down again. We push back up here, where at the moment we were using this, and then this was dirty. This came all, now I'm almost at my target. And the way they did this was super dirty. We're trying to come and get this liquidity here, and they would not do it at the time here. They wouldn't touch that low. Let me go to this. If you were watching live price, you know, but see the bottom of the wick here? See this? So if I draw a fucking line, God, this is how I make videos long. I'm tired too. Come on, bro. All right. So I'm getting annoyed already. You see how we didn't take the low out? Super dirty. They come back in. Resistance. They come down, and this happened like instantly, bro. I was looking to the left a little bit, and I wasn't really sure, but it was like fucking printed instantly. You couldn't even catch. I was like, you bastards. And they ended up this low, ended up being, look how a bit by a hair it took this low out, because this is a breakout level. So besides this CPI breakout level, right here is a breakout level. See how the price, the candles, and then you get this fucking candle right here, this 815. See how it pushes up, comes above and comes back in, stops and then goes. So that is an understanding. That's why I'm circling it very clear about what I'm doing here. And I had this question mark here. I decided to leave it and just go for it. But when they came down and then if you were watching live price, that shit whipped, came all the way back. It was already, it was like fucking moving so quick. I was like, bro, you guys are fucking bitches. I'm gonna say it just like that. I understood I was at 2 to 2.5, and I was like, bro, just take it out. You're done. But I was kind of confident in coming into this. So I was like, okay, cool. We'll leave it alone. And sure enough, it shit whipped so deep. Came right back to the first imbalance, bro. I was actually pissed because I had already took a couple losses, which weren't that big of a deal, but I still took a couple losses. And then I let this come up, and I was like, bro, what are you doing, bro? But I was very confident in move 1. So I knew that this dump was just too shallow. Like, I knew we should come back lower. So this is move 1 as the dump, and then move 2 would be the pump. But let me go back to this. So the understanding is we came back up. I let it. So boom, immediately when it hit this level, and you're watching live price, the candle was blue, and then it fucking turned yellow. It turned bearish, like in an instant, dude. Like, I mean, like you blinked your eye and it was already. I was like, bro. Like, it literally moved 20 points in a blink of an eye, the opposite direction. They're fucking shady, bro. They are becoming very dirty. But we you know, gotta know how to maneuver around this, which we do. So anyways, then it pushes down, creates that imbalance, a bearish one. We poke in. Plus, we're using this inversion right here, the blue one, where I'm using the gap too, and you can see that we're coming up. We're pretty much tagging at 50%. X marks the spot where they connect. Look at that. Come on, man. Then this up candle right here, we come down, we push up, we're tagging it twice. This is equal highs, so it's also when I'm down here, I'm like, you're done, bro, because it can easily whip back up. So I'm like, this is move. I looked at this a couple ways. Move 1, move 2, move 3, and then where was move 4? could have happened here, and they ended up coming lower into here, and that was a beautiful buy that I was not a part of because I was too busy screenshotting and putting it on the community tab and typing and fix the editing and all that dumb shit, and I didn't end up buying it. But I didn't like the buy because obviously you'll see in a second. But so yes, this explains that right there. We push here. Now we break here. You see, look how ugly that is, bro. If they would have bought from here, I would have been super salty. But right here, you can tell that this is bullshit, right? So, boom, runs through. Look at this bearish imbalance with the gap included. Look how we tag right in there. See how we tag right in between there? And then, you know, momentum gone. Like that's momentum trading. And they like I said, they be winning. But my goal was to tap into here. And this also happened very fast. Tapped in and tagged the bottom 25% of, man, even the orange, man. That's why I don't use this dumb shit right here. That's why I be using sell stops and buy stops. But because it's orange too. I wish I could change these colors. Anyways, so we tapped the 25%, and then I'm squeezing the air to let you know I'm fucking getting out. And at this point, I'm tired. Like, I actually really want to get out because I'm just exhausted as fuck. But that was that. So, beautiful ass trade. Now, again, I remember higher low to higher high. So, we were retracing back. I understand that we're approaching that 50. And again, when I didn't take it out here, I was like, all right, bro, one more leg down, you're taking it out. Why? Because again, I'm attacking that breakout level with the liquidity that's underneath, not underneath, but sitting right there with that little fake support. So beautiful logic. And sure enough, we came to the 101.5, and I was like, So here I could have dropped the ball. I dropped the ball a little bit. I could have done it this way. But at the same time, I'm already very proud of myself. And then I measured this, and then I measured how I measured this here, this on the 15-minute. I measured just the 1 minute candle. So just the bodies. I didn't use the 829 or anything. I guess you could have, but I'm measuring just the actual candle because that's the whole move. I didn't use the wick. And then you can see 101.5. Look at 50% of it right there. What's sitting in the middle of that? Wow, the daily gap. Man, bro. I was a little salty I didn't hold it, but I didn't, again, want to give any profit. So I got out right here. But here, what did they do? They put these 3 candles up looking all tough. But what did it really do? Came right back to the 50. So algorithmically, it came to the 50, right? Came to the bottom 25, came back to the 50 of the opening range gap, and then a leg down. I was like, bro. But I was sitting here typing and sitting here. I was excited about the trade, to be honest. So I was just sitting back like appreciating the win and just feeling a little euphoric, but at the same time, whatever. But here, then started to see this. I was like, bro, this is a nice sell for a leg down. But at this point, I don't know what's happening, right? So when it gets to this opening day gap of today, bro, I don't feel comfortable buying this, even though I knew that it was probably going to buy. Why? Because forget the internal shit. You got a higher low, higher high. You got higher low, right? Higher high. Could be a higher low, right? Because it is a higher low. It didn't take that fucking low out. So beautiful. And look what time it is. 11:08. So we have that macro going in, 10:50 to 11:10. And then they push above these 2 consecutive candles, retrace back in. We dig in that last wick 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Dig into it, but it's rejecting it, no bodies. And then you're not sure about what's happening here yet, but then look at this candle right here, this 11:17. Very strong, pushes right through. Breakout level. What does it do? Retraces back right to that breakout level and tags it. But what's that level right there? What are the bodies sitting on? Oh, midnight level. Algorithmic. Beautiful. Boom. And this motherfucking leg right up here was so beautiful. And if you took this buy, where would be the minimum place to take this buy to? Well, obviously, here. Why? And I'm going to copy this because I was going to, but I stopped paying attention to the chart. I was busy doing something else. I tried to take a nap. It didn't work out, which sucks. But why am I doing that? That's a fucking clean break. Okay? So even when they came in, they didn't take that high out. And this kind of controlled price right here, this up movement here, controlled price with this, with that extra leg. Coming here is a minimum. But take a look. Kept going all the way. Well, you think that's a coincidence that it came right back to the first imbalance at 50%, plus the bearish daily imbalance on the 50% as well. To the head, bruh. Like, that's beautiful. Buyers and sellers definitely did not do that. But this leg was so beautiful, dude. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh. And even when I saw this, that confirmed for me. I was like, oh my God, bro. That was just so beautiful. And came right back up and squeezed everybody to the left. Why? Because we came down to wipe everybody to the left. So logically, came up to squeeze everybody to the left. Up, that swing high right there. Just like yesterday's video. You have London close here turning. And they're now hunting any lower highs created after the 10 o'clock. So what's that? The equal highs I just talked about earlier, that's for sure. That was also nice. After this, obviously it would be up here, right? And then you'd be attacking this, and then the 930 level, and then that swing right there. And they didn't even take that motherfucker out right there. So dirty. But anyways, came back to the 50%, and then guess what? So here's the thing. So move 1, move 2, move 3 down, move 4 up, or dump. The whole thing is move 1 because it really, and that's why I held it, because I understood this was all move 1. So move 1, move 2, fucking beautiful. Where's move 3? Well, move 2 didn't keep going. Move 3 came down. So even though it popped up again, came down, popped up again. So this move was 3. Okay. Now this could be move 4 because it qualifies. It's big enough range. So move 3 down and then move up, move 4. Look at this. Unless this is move 1, move 2, move 3 is going to just keep coming down. See how we keep coming down, making lower highs, but the direction is still coming down. So this could be move 3. So sell, buy, sell. If we're bearish, right? Or sell, buy, sell, buy. So if we're bullish, right? So that's down, up, which is a higher low. I'm just explaining a higher low to make a new higher high. So that's what are we going to do? Which one are we doing? Okay. Are we going to make a new higher high, or are we going to come down and make a low? Okay. So look at the wedge here. I was mentioning that yesterday. Fucking gorgeous. That's why I predicted what I predicted, because I understand the order flow. But again, don't want to make the video too long, 23 minutes. So we're dancing in between these gaps here. We'll see what we do. We're kind of in the same boat still, because CPI, it didn't push it. Okay? We got to push up, but we didn't get a really response still. So do they do it this week, or does this week just close bearish and we're still coming down now? And then tomorrow's Thursday. So does Thursday continue the week, or does it reverse on Thursday? Okay. If it doesn't reverse on Thursday, maybe it reverses on Friday. But right now it's still looking like another bearish week, you know? So if I had to tip my hat towards a direction, I still feel like we want to come in here and take out those dangling carrots right there. So if they don't, obviously, then we should be pushing up really hard. I don't see that. We're still here. Like, what's it called? Even if you look at the daily, we have a swing high kind of creating. So this Thursday, make another little high, as a part of the swing high, and then we shoot down. Or are we going to make new high again, and it's now on the curve of the turn, like, if it's turning this way back up, then we would start to see it going up, and we want to be buying on this side of the turn. But means we get another high with the next daily candle, and it just keeps kind of going up, right? Kind of like these are all lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. You see how that? But on this side, be higher high, higher high on the. So it depends. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But there was something else I wanted to fucking say, dude. Fuck. Again, still no price action inside that current week gap. Real quick here, another reason why I also got out, because dollar was starting to push hard down right here. So when it was coming down here, I was like, and sure enough, we did turn around. I mean, we obviously we did turn around here, but they came down one more leg to do it. So it was a smart move, and for me, this was like minimum low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit would obviously been the CPI low, and then 50% here. But this for me was pretty kosher here. I wanted to see this, so I got kind of married to this area, and not down here. I wasn't married to all that, So, and that's why I got out and mentioned it in the community tab. This could be a higher low, so this didn't become the higher low. This did, and we did push up fucking high, bro. So we'll see. We're kind of like chopping around here. So, real quick here, this was also very fire. So, 30 pushes up here, right? Here we had a divergence here on NAS, and then we had lower highs here with S&P and Dow. So this is why I was trying to catch this damn sell. All right, because we already had a divergence here, but then when we pushed up one more time, it was again a divergence. We had lower highs here. I was trying to push sell, and I ended up catching it. So we pushed down. I ended up getting out right here. And at that time, if you take a look here, you could see that we had this level where I got out is higher than this low. And then S&P was down here, and it took out that low. And so did Dow. And I was like, I'm done. I'm fucking getting out of here. I'm taking this profit. So that kind of spooked me. Then we made another low, and then we made another drive, and then we did not still take out that low. And that's why I was like, oh, this might be an amazing buy. But I didn't feel comfortable buying at just a floating area like that. So, but boy, was that a beautiful buy. It was better than my sell. For real. And easier too. Oh my God, bro. Didn't even scare you or nothing. But anyways, this was a higher low. So this was lower lows with S&P and Dow. And fucking beautiful. Also, the confirmation of this buy was that when Dow took out this low and S&P did not, and obviously neither did NAS, because we couldn't even take out that low. That was the confirmation here again of it pushing back up. So it is what it is. Then we pushed up here. We had a lower high here. Nice divergence right there. And we had these higher highs here with NAS and S&P. So nice sell off. Came to where? Came to the breakout level. When it pushed through that little high right there, that's a breakout level. That is kosher. Look. Forget the algorithm. Forget everything going on here. Let me go to a 5-minute and I'll be done. You see that, man? You see that? So first of all, you get these 3 candles. We come below it. We come above it. It's resistance. We come below. And that's why I was mad that I got out a little bit early, because we had all these yellow candles, bearish candles, and it has perfectly all right to come. And it came to a 52. I was like, you bitch. But it's okay. I had to be out. I got out. So, but that swing right there, see how we push right fucking through it and then we bounce right on top of it? If you don't think that's a breakout level, and people are using support here, bro, that's why they came right back. They come right back because they know motherfuckers is pushing buy right here. Lazy motherfuckers. Buy right here. Right? And they brought it back down. Bruh. So beautiful. Oh, another reason why I was hesitant to get out, but I got out because, and also why I was selling was because we had a nice divergence here. On the 5-minute RSI, look at the 5-minute for a second. It was tagging it. And we had all this empty space to come down for an oversold. So that was also guiding me as well. Right? It helped me with my trade. And I got out right here because it was pretty low, but it didn't tag the bottom level oversold. The 30 level. It didn't tag the 30 level. It was above it, but it could have bought above it. So I was like, I'm cool. But look where it did. I wanted to trust myself, but I didn't. I didn't trust it, so I said whatever. But look where it came to. Boom. And that's why this was such a fucking beautiful buy, bro. Coming to 50% of the wick. Look at that, dude. Then breakout right there. Comes above it. Boom. Retest it. Look on the midnight. Oh my god, dude. But I'm exhausted now from doing this shit, to be honest with you. So we're pretty much nowhere. I mean, to be real with you, man, it's really any ball game on both sides. Would I like to say this is a higher high and a higher low and a higher high and a higher low and I keep going? Yes, I would like that. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Otherwise, then it's just still this structure for being bearish where, how can I put this? We'll just do it, here. See how we make these drives up. 1, 2, 3 drives. So that's still in the cards here. All right, pop up 1, 2, 3. Another reason why that's a great sell. Obviously from the breakout level right there. We're still bearish. There's no question. We're still coming down. It's not like we're getting these lower highs here. These lower highs here. Look at it. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. That's pretty convincing. Pretty strong to not get you in. Of course, yes, it's liquidity to be rated, but right now I still think the sellers are still not the sellers, but the bearish the sell program is still in control right now, buddy. So I know I've said a lot. I said a lot of great things too. Then Dow pushes up. Okay, breakout level there. Up candle. Squeezes the sellers. Pushes down for another lower low. Retraces back up for a lower high possibly. And then it's still on its way down. I mean, we still coming down, buddy, after all this. You didn't see, and they didn't even use news for the CPI to push it up back the other direction, unless they want to use it to tomorrow or Friday or next week. But in somewhere in that window, we should be retracing back up just to wipe out sellers, make a lower high, and even if we're in a bearish economy, and recession, that should still happen regardless. Look at Dow here. As you can see, when we popped up, we tagged the previous days. Oh, I don't have the dividers, do I? You can see we tagged the previous days opening gap right there. That's why I think they're gonna try to get rid of all the. If they get rid of that, that's gonna suck, bro. But as you see, the algorithm references that King's right back to there. Obviously, push out traders falling down. It induces the entire program to sell, to buy, to be involved, the whole nine. But nice speaker there. See that speaker there, right? Coming back to the 50, sells underneath, comes right back to the 50, like I made yesterday's video. Kosher, bro. Kosher. Again, we're still shy of that shit, dude. And it's like, after all what's happened today, we are still here. So that makes me think that we're still coming down. Because everybody and their mother is trying to buy this. Just so you know, everybody, as you know, everybody and their mother is trying to buy this area. They're trying to buy it, dude. Like, that's guaranteed. Like, they're promoting it even on the internet. Like, buy the dip. This is the greatest place to be buying. And again, it might. I don't know. But that's why I took the sell to here and I got the fuck out. And I didn't buy this and I didn't do anything. I just left it alone, man. Because I don't need any more. content. But in a perfect world, this is also higher lows. So now we're kind of diamonding out. And who's going to win here? These lower highs or these higher lows? That's all. That's all that really is. That's where we're at right now. So, Nvidia, they pushed up and they broke that swing, which is could be a change in direction. And I looked at the other assets like Amazon and Apple and Tesla and whatever, and they kind of look like they got a nice response back. So this could be the buy. It really could be. It really could be, man. But the whole purpose of me coming back down was to wipe out the easy buying, right? And even when I took that sell to here, I knew that was a possible buy, and it turned out to be nice. But look how many times we came back to that fucking area. If I was buying here and I held it from here, I would be pissed, you know? But hey, it's a little suspect, but looks like a nice wedge. But if they push off, then they'll cancel that idea, and yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. So I don't think I'm missing. I don't think I'm missing anything. So 36 minutes. Wow, I still made a long fucking video, bro. I'm gone. I'm just gonna measure this right here. Let me just see what this do. Look at that. Measure this last 15-minute candle. 2 to 2.5 is right where the 930 and the 50% level of the bearish imbalance and all that, and the first imbalance. Look at that, beautiful. So right now, are we in this projection down? Because we didn't break the high still. That's still in control here. So we came to a 101.5, right? If it's very bullish, it will stop at the 101.5. If it's bearish, then that was a retracement back, and we're gonna connect back down into this area here. If it is bullish, then you'll see that we came to 2 to 2.5. We retraced. Now, do we reach up to? If we reach up above and then we get to this 3.5 to 4, then I'm just gonna say we're gonna be bullish. From there, you know, we're bullish, right? Like we're not bullish in the sense where we make all new highs and shit. Relax. I'm just saying that we're coming up for a leg retracement back to at least like this break area here, right? So to make a swing lower high, and then we fall into this situation where man, what's going on here? This is a 4-hour. You know, it's kind of like where we swing back up, make a lower high, make another leg down. You get what I'm saying. You guys take care and God bless.